and welcome everyone to The Shed. It's Thursday night and we are live. Just like to give a little shout out to our members, and that's Mrs. Austin and Dogface. Thanks to those two kind people for supporting me and the other people who also support me on this crazy journey in YouTube. Dogface Pizza and Pie sounds good, or Pizza Pie, that sounds great. Shout out to everyone in the chat. We've got, I think, that guy does food reviews, Funkin' Hungry. You know that guy. Eat the chip, the jalapeno, and the whatever else he does. The one chip challenge, yeah, all that sort of crazy stuff. He's in the house. We got Peter. We got Dogface. Emma's here. Who else is here? I think Mum and Dad are watching on the big screen. Sister hasn't. Oh yes, here's the sister. She's in the shed. The dogs are upstairs because it's too cold. It's pretty crisp here tonight. It's around about 14 degrees. Hopefully I'll sound all right. I've got the wireless microphone on with a little dead cat on top, and so hopefully hopefully I'm coming through nice and clear. Had a few technical issues before. Here we go, prop myself up here. Had a few technical issues before with the two webcams that I run. If I plug the one over there, which you can't see, which is just out of reach on the boom arm there, thanks G, it's, as soon as I plug that in, it erases this one and doesn't let this one, it won't see the second one. So I'm only working on one, but what I have done is I've brought in the mobile phone here, and yet we're getting a lot of, we'll cancel that. We'll stop that echo. And I don't know why that's so grainy. I might have to change the resolution on that. But I've got the mobile phone set up over on the milling machine. I was hoped to be a little bit more organised. And you can see some bloke over there on the second screen. I don't know what he's doing. Don't know who he is. And I'm multitasking here. But anyway, that's what we're going with. I'll just check the output settings on the mobile shed cam there as we've got it. And had to turn the auto tracking off because audio settings, support video settings, resolution. Oh, no wonder it's down at 480. Okay, there we go, that's better. Let's bring her up to 1080p. Might get a little bit of a wobble there. Mr. Abbott, thanks, mate, for being here. Appreciate you. We've got a new tool in the shop here in the shed for the lathe. Now, those of you who don't know, Mark is another member of the club down at Old Petrie Town. He's also him and I work together on the steamroller called Marion. You would have seen him in some of the videos that I've done. Mark's a great person to work with, easy to work with, and just an all-round great guy. Now, am I missing? No, not missing anything. So I'm going to get onto the milling machine. We'll focus on that and get this finished off so you can see what this tool does. It's going to be a bit loud, so those of you with headsets, earphones, or whatever like that, you might want to turn it down a little bit. But this will be another test for the Rode wireless microphone to see how it goes under pressure. It is going through the switcher, not any sort of Rode software, so I don't know what sort of compression that it does. So that it could make it sound a little bit different, but here we go. So I'll just get it close. I've got it touching and I'll just zero that out. I'll take 1/2 mil cut. So this particular tool is a little bit big for my tool holders, so I've got to make a bit of sacrifice here and take a bit off either side. I've already taken a bit off one side. We're just going to finish this off. Has been a fairly hectic week here in the shed. Not much, didn't get up here last night. We were dealing with a few things. The washing machine has decided to crap itself out, so we got to get a new washing machine. Unfortunately, but that's the way it goes. Now we're interested to see how this sounds stoking the fire. That's what we want to see, Emma. Interesting. Wondering if you guys can hear me all right over the sound of the milling machine. I know I've probably raised my voice a little bit to compensate for the noise that I'm currently getting. Once again, I am using the Rode Wireless Go 3 Gen 3, and it's a fantastic bit of kit, which I did do a video on last week, and yet haven't done another video. Yeah, they're a... hey, Cody, how are you? Thanks for being here, mate. Appreciate you taking your time and jumping in. Right, I'll shut that down and cut the noise out, and we'll just have a quick little check in the chat here. Pop out chat. Right, pop out chat. Go to the pop out chat and bring that up to size. Pizza. Oh, what sort of pizza, Cody? Come on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hope you had pineapple on your pizza. Anyway, look, whatever floats your boat. Now, these with these vices, I'll just pick off the swarf that's stuck to my jacket here. It's always good practice to, like, when you do that constantly, it's no good for your hand. And the ideal is that you get a hammer and just break the lock on it. Right, I'm going to spin you around. Actually, no, I'm going to put you over here. I'm going to put you somewhere else. Where am I going to go here? Can we go to the old trusty forklift on the box there? Hang on. It's going to be a bit wobbly. Hopefully you'll see me all right, but I'll jump on the linisher. Oh, yeah. Righto, that's come up a treat. I'll just check the size of the, because I had to reduce the shank. 16.6, and that should fit nicely in here. No, it won't fit nicely in there. That's a bugger. Let's take a bit more off. Right. Just a little bit more off. It won't be much. Righto. Right, blow all the crap out so it sits down firmly. Should have just taken that extra off. Anyway, never mind. I'll do this back up again. Nice and tight, snug it up. It's a bit more than snug, actually. Come on, you need to sit down properly. Sometimes I do talk to my bits of metal because I want it to... Right, let's try something else. Right, the dead blow hammer. Sometimes you get better results with a different hammer. So the dead blow hammer. Right, got that sorted out. Let's take a bit more off. Just taking a tiny bit off, just to make sure it fits in the holder, and I'll double check the size of the holder to make sure that we won't have any problems. 16.2. Righto, I'm going to have to take a bit more off. Here we go. Oh, there's no prawns in here. But prawns are nice on a pizza. Righto, let's have a look here now and see if we're on size. Turn that off. I'll get that right over here. Actually, in fact, I'll drop that right down and go the other way, and we'll wrap it over this way. That way, over this side, I can check the size without taking it out. Get that back over here. Righto, let's check this. No, a bit more. Looks like I've got to take a bit more off. Otherwise that's going to be too tight. Yeah, just a bit more. Righto. Bit more. Get that back over here, and I'll start bringing this back up before I turn it on. As we're getting close, I can look over to the digital readout and go back to the same point without doing anything bad. Yeah, well, maybe you haven't got a really good connection down there, Emma. I'm always turning handles. Yeah, cranking it by hand, that's for sure. Probably can't see much from over there. I'll have to turn you around. Righto, that should do. Said that before. Anyway, sometimes you've got to cut things down. Right, so let's change the angle on the camera here. We've got a nice close-up. G'day, everyone. How you going? A little bit wobbly until we get the reposition. Where are we going to go? And yeah, I know it's... Hold on, guys. It's going to be a bit rough. I have to keep taking my glasses off so I can see what I'm doing. So a little bit further down. So this is the shank, and I've had to reduce the shank a little bit just to make it fit in the tool holder. I'll just give you a quick... need to get a bit closer. I'll just give you a quick rundown on the milling machine. For those of you who are not familiar, this handle here, this is the one I was cranking before, it raised the knee up and down. Okay, so the thing, this is the table right here. The vise, that's my rotary table. And these handles here make the table go that way, actually I'll show you as I move it, the digital readout. So that's the Y-axis. This here is for the X-axis, so we go left to right. It's also motorized, and I got further adjustment. Milling machine can be used as a drill, so the quill can go up and down. You don't always use it. I usually lock it up and raise the knee up and down. This one is what they call the universal milling machine. So I can tilt the head. There's a degree angle over here, and I can also move this in and out, and it also turns around as well. This whole head assembly here can be moved from one side to the other if needed. And I have done that previously, depending on what size job you got and all that sort of stuff. So pretty versatile sort of machine, actually. Peter doesn't like seafood. So our tool we've been working on is this one here. Let me get a prop. We're a little bit jerky. Hopefully we won't be jerky much longer. So this is the Giga 3-in-1 diamond knurling tool. So it has a fine, a coarse, and a medium. And as I mentioned before, the shank here is a little bit, a little bit rough, big. So I've had to reduce it a little bit to make it make it fit my tool holder. I'm just going to leave the camera there for the moment, and I'll put it in the tool holder here. I'll get my eyes back on wherever I put them. There they are on the bench. So I'm just getting this in the tool holder. I've got a piece of material in the lathe, which we'll do a short demonstration on. Oh, that's a tight fit. So what's not going on here? Oh, here we go. So I'm going to bring that back as close as possible. Looks like we might have a bit of a taper on the shank. 16, a few hundredths, that's all. Let's get that. No, okay, I'm going to have to take a fraction more off. That's a pain. Right, I'm just off screen at the moment. I'm just going back over on the mill to knock a bee's dick off. And I'll swing the camera around so you can see what I'm doing. My back will be to the camera, but we'll just have to put up with that for the meantime. Okay, why won't you... that's where I want you. That's what she said. A bigger hole. Thanks, G, for the shout out for the hit the like button, if you don't mind. I would appreciate that. But you guys commenting really helps too. So here we go again.
So this is just another light pass off this. This will be the final one. Once we do that, then we can go over onto the lathe and do a little demo on what we're going to do.
So a lot of you might be wondering what knurling is, and got a bit of a burr on that. Just let's get that off. Knurling is a process. Show you an example. Knurling is a process where you're actually deforming the metal or bruising it, I suppose. Deforming is probably more the correct term. Deforming a piece of metal like this little knob here. Now there we go. If we can see, let me turn that. You can see the knurling on that. Hopefully I won't get too close. So it makes a round piece a lot more grippier than what it normally would be if it was just plain round. And they're in little things like that. It can be used as a decorative thing. So, oh, where are we? Oh, I'm going mad here. Yep, I'm going mad. That's better. Right. Turn you guys around. You don't want to see my... Oh no. Now I'll just mount it up in the lathe. In fact, I'll get our magic board out and we'll get up close and personal, which will be even better. Right, so just we're going to move again. There's a bit of seasickness, so if those of you are a bit woozy on the, and we tilt down, so that's a bit better view. This is our tool post of the lathe. We've got a lot of little locking pin. Right, so we tighten down the grub screws in the tool holder. There are a different type of knurling tool. There's one that clamps down. Some people say they're better. However, for what I'm going to be doing, this tool will be used every so often. In other words, probably once in a blue moon. But we'll give you a demo on how it works. Now, some of you may have seen this already or have one. Not sure, Emma, if you've got one in your machine shop, or Peter, if you've probably used one in your time. Oh boy. So it is sticking out a fair way, and what we're going to do, we're going to go for the fine one first. So we'll lock him into place. There we go. And we'll make sure that there's a little locking screw on there. And we'll just bring him over and put him up against the bit of bar. I'm going to have to undo the locking nut, which doesn't want to play the game. Hang on. The whole thing's coming undone. That's not good. We don't want that to happen. So we'll grab the, nope, wrong size. Grab the Allen key or Allen wrench or hex, whatever you want to call it. Right, let's tighten that down real tight so we don't have to worry about that again. Put him back in his place. Don't worry about that. And we're just going to raise that up so we're close on centre. And then we'll put the locking nut in place. All right. Oh, still down. Way down. Let's bring that up. We do have a bit of movement there, so that's pretty good. I think we'll leave it at that and give that a try. Now we've got that in place. Right. So I'm just going to change tools quickly. This bit of bar I've got here, I'll just give that a bit of a clean up, get a bit of a shine on it because it is bronze. And we'll show you what we can do. Suddenly wondering why all my tools are off centre. It's a little bit too high. So I might have pointed this out before, but sometimes tooling can be too high. Sometimes it can be too low. Righto. So we'll just take a little clean-up cut off the outside diameter. That'll give us a bit of a shiny surface. Make it a bit more concentric. Right, I found my lathe file. It was hiding. So I'm just putting a nice little radius on here. This is a lathe file. Lathe file only cuts in one direction. Righto, so we've got that nicely polished up, as in machined up. And we'll change, we'll get you in a bit closer here so we can get a good demonstration. In fact, I'll just change, I'll zoom in, just hang on a second, a little bit wobbly. Telephoto, here we go. Righto, so that's nice and close. Just let me reposition the camera. Nope, I want you to go down, so I might have to take you down. Righto, that's it. It's a little bit wobbly. Sorry about that, folks, but you can see we can do a nice close-up shot. That's pretty good, not too blurry, not out of focus. So like I said, we're going to do the fine one first, and we'll see how that goes. We might just slow him down a bit, I think. Go to a slower speed. Just see how that turns out. Right, that's looking really good. Now, hopefully we can get you in on a close-up and show you what it looks like, so to speak. Yeah, not quite. It's too close. Anyway, we'll do... where are you going, camera? Right. Reposition. Way. This is a bit. So far so good. It's looking really good. We'll do intermediate, and we'll do a course, and I'll take it out and show you. Does help if you lock it into position properly. So that's how quickly you can achieve a knurl, and you can definitely see the difference. Now, being brand new, you don't have to put much pressure on, and being bronze, bronze is a fairly soft material, of course. Now, see if we can get that on camera without it. Oh, it's probably not going to focus. I might have to. Hopefully there you can see that we've got a fine, a medium, and a coarse. There is quite a bit of difference there in the three of them, and they do make, you know, a big difference in gripping something. Instead of being shining like that and slippery, that's now quite grippable regardless of which one you choose to use. So you can make little screws that, you know, screw into something, you'd probably do that first because you're putting a lot of pressure on, then turn it around. Oops, sorry. You'd do your knurl first, and then you'd turn it around and machine the thread if you're making something decorative. Let's get back there. For a part, or it could be for an oil cap. Both Emma and I have oil caps on our engines, and some of them do have a slight knurl or a raised piece with a knurl on the lip, so you can grab it and undo the oil cap. Things like that, and that little screw I showed you before, that's what it's there for. Great tool, good investment, and that was last brought for last year and claimed on tax and all that sort of stuff. Great tool, great accessory. Oh, Peter, it's all right. We'll we'll get that sorted out. Don't worry. Righto, let's hide that on stream and get me back on here. I've been rambling on enough now for about 40 minutes or so. We've got whole 14 of you watching. Excuse me, I'm dribbling a bit. Becky's in the house. Oh, Becky's Weber cooking. G'day, mate. Thanks for being here. I've been dribbling on. I've been showing a new tool, had to make some modifications and that. And I haven't really, this week's been a bit crazy in the shed. Now, most of you know, here it is here. That's the steamroller we're working on. We've been working on it for the last 7 years. I've made enough videos about it. We will get to the stage where it is driving down the road, and you know, there's still a lot more work to do, and life gets in the way. Like I said, the washing machine, the wife and I, it was playing up, so we pulled it out. We cleaned out the pump. A schnitzel, good on you, mate. Enjoy your schnitzel. We had fish and chips earlier. We cleaned the pump out, put it all back together, and then next thing it started to go and went bang. So we decided to that sort of call it quits it then, and called out a washing machine mechanic, and he took it off and looked at it and said, yeah, the module's blowing. And then he had a look underneath and saw that the bearings were starting to fail on the washing machine. So we're up for a new washing machine. That's tomorrow night's adventure. I think we've got to go get a washing machine, and who knows what sort we're going to get, but we'll get one. What else has been happening? Well, Queensland Railways celebrated their 160th anniversary here in Queensland. That's the main railway line that runs up and down from Brisbane up north to up near Peat. Oh, righto, Mark. So there's been quite a bit of media coverage on Queensland Railways' 160th anniversary. You know, it's good to see. They've only got the one steam locomotive running, which is a little bit disappointing, but it's still they've got it going compared to, you know, say Transport Heritage New South Wales. They do a fantastic job with their Heritage fleet of steam locomotives and also Heritage diesel locomotives, but more their steam. Well, it's just gone down. Gee, they've all buggered off. Probably gone to watch something else, TikTok or something. So I might just show a quick clip of that, of Queensland Rail. Let's see what I can find here. I don't think I'm going to find anything real quick. Queensland Rail's 160th birthday. So there's yeah, I'm not. There's quite a few. was hoping to find something official, but I didn't. It looks like they don't have anything official. There's a lot of people who are creators on YouTube. Hang on, sorry. Sorry about this, folks, but I'm not really onto it tonight. Who's... Oh. G'day, Robbo. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining in. Quite a while, actually. Look, I've been, if you probably don't know, it's been a while. I've been working on it for 7 years, so I'll just show that again. So that's what it looked like when we got it here. I know that you see some similar steam traction engines down at Thirlmere. This is the smaller version of the steamroller. Principle's all the same. Working on it 7 years, so hopefully within another 12 months we'll have it back on the road. It's getting close. We've had a few things happen, like we built a shed and I broke my ankle and had time off work and all that sort of stuff. So all that sort of thing. Well, hopefully, bring on 7 more. Yeah, but I hope that we are, by that time, it's got it all finished and all that sort of thing. This steamroller spent 50 years of its life in a park where parts got robbed off it. A lot of parts got taken off it before it got put into the park, and through various coincidences and just slogging away at it, some of the parts that were missing have actually come back to this steamroller, which is pretty amazing, because usually when parts get taken off something, they just gone. They're missing completely. So I'm very thankful to the people who have helped me out with this project. My wife especially being very supportive. My mum and dad, my brother, my sister, you know, and others, you guys that come and watch me every week and watch the videos that I'll make about, you know, tearing this thing apart and putting it back together. And yeah, thanks, Roy. I appreciate it, mate. Hope you get your medical issues sorted out. I know you battle with a few other things. Like a lot of us, we got a lot going on, and you know, we have to battle our demons, and whether they're physical or mental, and sometimes the mental ones can be quite difficult to deal with. I know I'm sure you know a family member. Sorry, I got stuff going all over the place. I know you know people here have a family member that might suffer from mental illness. My wife does. That's no secret. And others here have certainly had their fair share of battles, regardless of what it is. So hopefully you guys, if you need help, reach out to one of the help services, Lifeline, and others out there that can then help you out. Yeah, Mark, you're right. It will be, that's a very good point. It'll be great to see it next year at the Steam Fair, yes. Well, the steamroller has actually been to the Steam Fair. Not long after we got it home, we did get it down to the Steam Fair. Obviously, it wasn't working, but it did participate in a Steam Fair in a static situation. Hopefully next year it will be, you know, it's going to be in a position where we're driving it down the road. We'll be able to get there. Thanks, G. Appreciate it, mate. And show everyone what we've been doing. Oh, that's cool, mate. I hope, you know, I hope you have success with your YouTube channel and you keep growing it. It's this channel. Actually, I got to give a shout out to Robbo, the guy in the chat here, Robbo, the disabled vlogger. He was the first one that actually really got me going on YouTube. He was live streaming way before I started doing this. I got onto Robbo's chat, and we conversed for a while, been on his live streams in the past. And if you want to blame anyone, you blame him for getting me going on this adventure. And the rest of us, some of us have met through Robbo. You know, we've sort of bounced off each other and got ideas. And, you know, I've learnt a lot from these people on here, and also doing my own research to try and make this better, get myself better, and do present better on stream. Also with upgrading the cameras from what I started with. Don't get me wrong, secondhand, you know, secondhand equipment's good, and that's what got me started. And from there, I've just slowly but surely, you know, made things a bit better. And I do hope to do more, and also, you know, have a few, get a few more different angles with the cameras and things like that. I've talked about that before. However, you know, these things do take time, and I'm no big YouTuber. I don't profess to be someone who knows everything. You know, it's just a great way to communicate to people, and you'd be surprised who tunes in and watches your stuff, even if it's only for a short period of time. It's amazing how you can reach out and find people through social media. Yeah, Robbo, do some more train stuff, mate. You're in a perfect position, and it'd be good to see you do some more. I tell you what I am going to show. I'm going to go to a video that Mark and I did quite a while ago. You'll see Mark on screen, and Mark probably knows the one I'm talking about. And I'll just bring it up. It only goes for a couple of minutes. It's a bit of a laugh. And, or is it? No. I just got to find it. So just bear with, actually, what I will show. Oh, that was the thumbnail. No, I won't show that. Videos. Mark. Where are you and I doing that little video? It only goes for a few minutes. Videos. I may have got, there it is. Here we go. Right, I'll make sure everything's right, make sure it's on top quality. I should have done this before I had this all teed up. Well, it all depends, Mark, it all depends. Okay, it all depends on the reception out there. If there's 5G, then yeah, we can certainly do something, that's for sure. So here's a little quick video while I take a bit of a breather. And make sure everything's up to par. Righto. G'day everyone, we're out at the club today on the club's Aveling and Porter D-type steamroller. Myself and my offsider, Mark, have got it in steam today. We've got it out and we're down the bottom here. Perfect day here in sunny Queensland, my part of the world. And I'll show you that by Royal Letters Patent, number 10821, Aveling and Porter, Rochester, Kent, England. Good old girl. There's my offsider, Mark. Say good day, Mark.
Good day, Mark.
Around the other side. This engine here is named Marion after one of the club members' mothers. And this particular one, I'll go back around the other side. This one was gifted to our society by the Brisbane City Council. It spent a lot of its time in New Farm Park in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, where it's sat as a play toy for the kids to climb on. We've restored it to working order, and regularly do maintenance and take it out on days like this once a month for our club. So there you have it. Beautiful steamroller that we're on today. We've also got some visiting today in the old Petrie Town complex. Got some hot rod cars, not some hot rod cars, some fast cars doing a photo shoot down at the old railway station at the moment. So I might get some photos and videos of them a bit later on. But that's all for now, guys. Thank you very much for watching the channel. Please like and share and subscribe if you do. I'll do another video when we're on the road or from the footplate. In fact, we'll get a close look now. We've got a nice fire going in here. Safety valves are starting to lift. Good water levels. So thanks again for watching, everyone. I'll just can out here. Hope you have a good day and enjoy the video. Thanks again. Bye. Righto, so there you go. So that's Mark. Like I said, Mark's a great guy to work with, easy. And Mark really has been putting in a lot of hard hours down at the club at the moment, getting ready for the national rally that's coming up, which I'll play a video clip of that shortly. So congratulations to Mark on, oh, cool. Mark on getting the work done on Marion. I haven't been there of lately. Mark's been doing all the hard work, so kudos to Mark. Mark's also been doing some other work on a rides trailer. We're getting that ready so we can tow behind the steamroller Marion and also the other steam traction engine we got there, plus also a member's other traction engine as well. And that'll help bring in some money for the club because, certainly help us get, improve things, that's for sure. Now, if you're wondering what the difference is between that particular steamroller and the one I'm working on here, excuse me, this one here is a little bit smaller than that one. Marion is a 10-ton roller, where this one here is an 8-ton roller, according to the specifications in the from the documentation that I have from John Fowler and Company. Basically doing exactly the same job. This is what we built roads with back in the day, in terms of mechanisation. And they'll both do the same job. One might do it a little bit quicker or slower than the other one. However, the whole principle is spreading the weight over the 3 rolls and rolling the road or the surface underneath you. That's when you put Coke on. What are you doing with Coke, Mark? Come on, mate. Anyway, one night, even though Mark is technically challenged, I think I might get him here on the live stream one night, and we can have a bit of a banter backwards and forwards. So without further ado, I will run the video for the steam rally coming up that both Mark and I and a lot of other people are going to. There's quite a few big traction engines coming from around the state, Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria. There's a lot of work going into this, a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes. It's going to be a big event, so I'll just roll that video right.
Steaming Under the Southern Cross is back and bigger than ever. Australia's largest display of working heritage machinery, steam engines, vintage tractors and much more. Fun for the whole family. Don't miss it. August 23 to 31 at Kingsthorpe Park on the Warrego Highway.
Yeah, so that's coming up. That's going to be a big event for us. Like I said, there's a lot going on, a lot of organisation, and it's just, hopefully it's going to be a great event. Hopefully the weather's going to be nice. Even though it's going to be at Toowoomba, it's going to be bloody cold up there, probably at night time or something like that. But anyway, look, guys, appreciate you hanging in for so long. We're almost at the hour mark, but I'm going to wrap it up at that. I'm going to be drying the throat, time for a cup of tea and a bicky or something like that. Thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. All the newcomers, the old comers, everyone who supports me. Yeah, Mark, you got a job. Look, Emma needs some help. Emma needs some help, Mark. If you got a bit of time, she won't say no, that's for sure. Anyway, guys and girls, thank you very much. Catch us all on the next one. Cheers. Look after yourselves. Say hi to each other. Bye for now. Whistle.